Miss Moses, tell me, why did you decide to get into education as a career?
So for me, I thought it was just a pit stop. I realized that I do love teaching. I love educating, but my mom told me that I've been doing this since I was 7 when I started lining up my bears and talking to them and then teaching my sister. And then in high school, I did a lot of programs where I taught younger grades medical terminology, medical things. And then I got into college and started tutoring athletes. So it was, even though my degree's in biochem, it was always a natural progression. So when I thought that I was going to take a year off and I was going to teach for a year and then I'll go to medical school, I actually stopped and fell in love with teaching and I never actually looked back. So I love it. I love educating. I love moving people from not knowing something to knowing something and just watching that process go on, so that I can truly implement not implement, but, like change our future. So just understanding that if we educate one person to do one thing better, it makes the world better in its whole entirety.
That's great. Tell me a little bit about what makes your school special.
The children. I think every school is special by the children that are in it. We are a community school, like literally right in the middle of the community and surrounded. Groveland is really small, but the school is surrounded by families that are growing, but the children make up the school. The different demographics, the different nationalities, the different populations, and then just being a pre-K ESE. So we have 3-year-olds all the way up to our 5th graders that will leave, and our children make up the school, and then the staff that service our children. They are truly phenomenal. They come in and they have a heart to want and learn and push our kids to do the best that they can. But just the uniqueness of our kids and what they're going through and just how they see the world.
That's wonderful. And you're right. Groveland is in the middle of a community, and it's one of those few times when you say a community school, it's a true community school.
It is true community school. The community uses us for the events. We have a church behind us. Down the street is another church. And then, the municipalities is like literally 1 minute up the road. So everything that we need is right here. And I love it. I live in this community, so I love it.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your new teacher supports on your campus.
We have a P3 program. And so one of the first things, because I was an alternative certification transfer, meaning that my degree's in biochem, and then I came over to deciding to teach, I knew nothing about standards. So that's one of the biggest things that we really want. Those that want to educate our future, we want to provide a support for them. So one of the things I do as a principal, I have principal chats every Tuesday, and that's just to talk about topics and trends that we see that's going on in the school, so that you guys can come in. I'm getting it sponsored by Duncan, so you'll have coffee and we can just talk about, true to fact, whatever's going on, whether you want to vent or you want to hear about what's going on in education. That is your time to have my undivided attention. But then also we have coaches and teachers that support. So they get a coach and they get a teacher that come in and support either classroom management or content area. And then they have monthly meetings on various topics that are needed for those new teachers. And then the department chair. So you have at least 3 people, some that was inside your district, a coach that is over mentoring you, and then of course you have the administrator, and then you have someone on another grade level that you can reach out to, because sometimes there are just some topics that are happening inside grade level and you may just want to get another eye or another opinion.
Awesome. And then you guys have a mental health liaison at your campus, correct?
Yes, we have a mental health liaison as well as 2 counselors. They are truly phenomenal. What I've done is separate out the team. So I have a student services team as well as a academic team. And in the student services team, we have the mental health liaison, but then we have the psychologist, the social worker. Like, even though they are itinerants, they do come in and we work together almost weekly on students, on staff. And the mental health liaison doesn't just support our students and families, but also she takes time with our staff in order to talk to them about their needs. So it is, when I say this is truly a family, we understand that everybody has a gift. And we want you to operate on your gift here at Groveland Elementary in order to do everything we can to teach the entire child.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today.
No problem. Thank you.